Hi guys, so let's take a look at the last two science tasks. Pattern 4, task 4, patterns in nature. So let's see here. Again, this is going to be in Pebble Go. Same thing as before, going through Clever. Passwords are up here if you need them. There is a clickable link in this as well. Okay, so go through all of the tabs, the learning activities. Go to each individual tab, click on the button, just like we know what to do, right? Read through, and then click on any of the words in red and get the definition. And then the check for understanding. So this part talks about patterns in nature in general, waves, leaves, things like that. And then it talks about some patterns that occur in space. We may not see them, but we know they happen. Name a pattern in space and write 3 good first grade sentences explaining how we know the pattern happens. So what you're going to do for that is after they've read this, especially the daytime and nighttime ones, it will explain to them some patterns that happen in space, and they're going to have to just write 3 quick sentences that say how we know that the pattern is happening. Like, what is the evidence that happens here on Earth that shows us that the pattern is happening out in space? This would be a good time to, if your student needs a little help, to give them a sentence starter. I know this pattern, whatever the thing is, happens because, and then that's where they're going to insert what we see on Earth that lets us know that this pattern is happening in space. And then don't be afraid to give them sentence starters if they need it. Let them try to go through it on their own. But this might be a harder sentence to write than some of the other sentences that they've had to write so far. So if they need a little help, don't give them the whole answer. Just give them a little sentence starter and let them fill in the rest. Then they have a little optional activity down here with a clickable link where they can read about the different, like working from day to night. There's a passage, vocabulary, and some questions. And ReadWorks is the same thing. It has the read to me option, which you can't see on here, but it does have it. So there are some words in here that are kind of tough. So maybe the read to me and have the student just kind of follow along as they go through. And then just look at the vocabulary words and then the questions and see what they can do there as far as the comprehension aspect of it. And then let's look at task 5. This one's probably my favorite one in here. So this is brought to us by Pebble Go, I guess. And there's a link down here to the actual activity sheet, and you can print it out if you want. So this one discusses why we have, night and day, why we have light and dark. And it's probably one that every adult here has done while they were in school with a small ball, like a baseball or a tennis ball or something like that, and a flashlight. And then, keep the ball here and spin it around. Like, I don't have anything. Here's something around my coffee cup. So you keep the ball in one spot, but spin it just like how the Earth spins. And keep the flashlight stationary, it's kind of hard. Keep the flashlight stationary behind or in front of it in the same spot while you're spinning it, just to illustrate how the sun shines on one side of the Earth at a time. And then the dot, if you, like a sticker or something, if it's not a ball you want to draw on, just stick a little sticker on it. And then imagine that sticker is where you live, and see it's daytime now, but look, as we turn it, now it's night. And then just make a claim about what causes day to turn into night. So what do you see the ball doing that makes it get dark in your spot where you live is a good way to think about that. All right, as usual, if you guys need help, please let us know. Thank you, and we will see you guys later.